We haven't even talked about any of like the part that the phase where I felt like, holy shit, like this whole time there's been this like emasculation happening in non-intentional ways. You know,
Right.
I never meant to, when I brought it up to her, like I never meant to like blame her and say that you're doing this to me and you're I did I did use some pretty bad language, like, you know, like she was like a horrible wife, and because I would feel like I got to a point where it was just like really, really bad, where like I was like now angry and resentful and like all that. Then it got to a point where I was using like, I was saying some really mean things. Like, I don't know if I shared this with you. I've shared it with a couple people that I've talked to about it, was that like I felt like I was carrying a sack of rocks like for a long time. And I think it's unique to our situation in that like I was the sole provider. So like I was the only one working. We were literally had these like typical gender roles, right? Like I was the one working and she was the one at home with the kids. And so as I don't think that is the most ideal. I mean, it can be, but I still think that there's an imbalance there. Like that to me kind of still screams an imbalance in today's day. And
which also boils back to communication and expectations, right?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and because of that was like our foundation situation, that's what we had to work with. Then yeah, the communication of expectations and like, I'm working, so I expect to, you know, in this regard, have sex. Like I feel like I deserve it, you know, like I should be given it, you know, and I wasn't. And because I was not meeting all the things that we talked about the first time of like the emotional connection and feeling like I am, the journey was coming back coming back to my heart. I think was like she was leading me more in that direction of doing that and not being this like typical gender role man that works and that's it.